All right, ladies and gents and Bandaholics, especially the Bandaholics. Listen, I'm really excited you're back. I just reviewed all of the Nike Sport Loops just the other day, so if you haven't watched that review yet, I'll attach a card at the top right corner and also drop the video link in the video description. But guys, today we'll still be taking a look at Nike variants, but only this time we'll be dissecting and taking a closer look at the 4 all-new floor elastomer Nike Sport Bands, a fan favorite most def. Now guys, in case you missed it, I'll try to be brief, but I wanted to give all my band lovers and Bandaholics an extra bonus. On top of my regular giveaways featured on every seasonal band review, I'm throwing in an extra bonus for you guys. Listen up, because this is important. Somewhere hidden in this video will be a band from a prior generation. All you have to do is spot it and comment down a timestamp and give a brief description of the band. In doing so, the first 2 people to comment the correct description and timestamp will be entered for a live drawing later on when I host my live stream announcing the standard giveaway winners. And this bonus band can be your choice of a band valued up to $100. Pro tip: you'll definitely want to ring that bell notification so you can always be on top of it, as only the first 2 people will be entered from each video. That live stream is still to be announced, but I'm expecting to host it sometime before Halloween, maybe a week before October 31st or something. Stay tuned on my socials for the official announcement. And so with that being said, for the standard giveaway, as always, make sure to stick around until the end of the video for the comment question of the day and official entry rules. So band lovers, I'm already going to go ahead and let you guys know there is a tier S band in this batch, and I am extremely excited to rock it. So without further ado, I know you guys are just as excited as I am. So if you got some snacks nearby, maybe a drink, I suggest grabbing it right now, because this is sure to be a good one. Let's get started. Alright folks, the Nike Sport Band line has been around for several years now, and it's a fan favorite for sure. What's not to like about these bands? They're extremely breathable thanks to those perforations that allow your wrist to breathe during extended workout sessions, at the gym, or even while taking a brisk walk with your dog. Aside from that, it's no secret that Nike loves to heavily contrast certain colors. However, a decent percentage of the time as well, Nike will also decide to do complementing colors that don't feature stark contrasts. It's one or the other. Either it's complementing colors that blend easily together, or other times it'll be 2 drastically different colors that are bold and were created to make a statement. For the most part, the former is what prevailed here. In my opinion, most of these 4 all-new colors are complementing colors that are easy on the eyes. And with that being said, let's start out with our first band, and that is the Black and Black Nike Sport Band. Easily the #1 choice to take to a funeral. I'm sure plenty of people who adore black clothing will absolutely be elated about this color option. I'm not gonna lie, I did go through a phase a few years ago where I almost only wore black clothing. And the thing about this band is that it is entirely black, like no joke. I was half expecting the perforations or underside to either be a slightly lower or higher tone of black, but no, it's all black entirely through the over and underside. Normally with this style of band, the perforations are accented with the color of the underside to allow the entire band to pop out and be a little more distinct, as is typical from Nike. But with this band, that is not the case here. Once again, for some, it may be the holy grail of bands, especially those Bandaholics who prefer a more low-key style. It's all black the entire way through, and there's not much else to say about this band. I know I may get some hate for this, but personally, as I've stated before, I'm into the brighter, more energetic bands, and I'm sorry, but this band is just a bit too plain and boring for my liking. For this reason, sadly, I'm going to have to give this one a hard 5 out of 10, as there are plenty of other alternatives for me to rock and express a little more individuality. Again, unpopular opinion, but you guys already know I love to keep it real with you guys. If you still want to remain low-key while elevating the vibe just a tiny bit though, then our second band, the Olive Gray and Black, is the band for you. See, the thing is, I feel in every batch of release, there's always a band I like to refer to as the neutralizer, meaning it's the best of both worlds. Here, the bottom portion and perforations are black, but the predominant color of the band is this really interesting combo of almost a milk chocolate color combined with 50% gray and a tiny, very tiny hint of olive green hues. It's a very interesting color choice that is subtle, yet has enough character to make it stand out from the traditional all-black bands. This is why I call this one the neutralizer, since it's a subtle band, not garnering too much attention, but at the same time, I feel it's adequate for almost all scenarios, whether you're out running, hiking, at a lifting sesh with your squad, or walking your dog. Realistically, I really cannot hate on this band. It's the perfect go-to for the Bandaholics who prefer bands that tend to hide in the shadows while expressing just the perfect amount of energy and spunk. In my opinion, I think you can't go wrong with this band whatsoever. I feel many people of differing tastes for bands will enjoy this one, and because it's so versatile, I gotta give it a solid 8 out of 10. A really great band. Alright boys and girls, it's rare when TheJuan&Only gives the accolade to a band as being a tier S band. And as you guys know, I take my band tiers and ranking extremely seriously. For the Bright Crimson and Gym Red band, hands down, make no mistake, this is, in my humble opinion, a very clear and decisive tier S band. I mean, just look at it. It reminds me a ton of a fire-type Pokemon, such as Darmanitan. Sorry for being a nerd here. It's just so fiery, it's spicy, it's energetic, and man is it unique. So the underside, which also correlates with the highlighted perforations, is this deep and rich darker red coloring that has tiny hints, maybe a 5% splash of wines thrown in there that creates this awesome and very bold red coloring, and is then complemented and interestingly also contrasted at the same time by the much livelier predominant color, which is this more orange red that combines elements of slight yellows, some oranges, and of course that frenetic red aura this band aims to portray. Bandaholics, I'm literally at a loss for words. This band is just awesome, and the only other band that comes close to resembling this one is the Magic Ember / Crimson Bliss band that was released in the fall of 2021. But even that band can't touch this year's release. Here they are head to head, and as you can see, last year's iteration more so went with a more orange vibe, which is cool and all, but it created an overly bright band that only the most eccentric of Apple band lovers enjoyed. It was a very bright in-your-face band, but for the fall 2022 release, the Bright Crimson and Gym Red band went a differing route, instead rounding out the whole package to be a little more toned down, all while being a standout and stellar choice for anyone into bouncy and unique bands. I could go on and on about this band, but then I just sound like I'm obsessed with this band, which I am by the way. But being a tier S band means it ranks with a perfect score in my ranking tier, being a perfect 10 out of 10 IMO. Man, I cannot wait to take this one to the gym with me, and I'm sure I'll receive many compliments on this one. And finally, last but not least, we feature a band where it's very apparent that Apple is employing their stark contrast strategy here in the Summit White and Black Nike Sport Band. It's clear that the perforations were meant to be a standout against the wider predominant color of the band. I will say, the band looks extremely pristine, especially right out of the box, but that's the thing about white bands. They're not the best at hiding smudges or dirt and grime that inevitably stick to the band, especially considering this is a sportier band model. So you may have to take the upkeep on this band a little more seriously, as honestly, it's a pretty dope band. It reminds me a lot of the yin and yang motif that Apple plays on quite regularly. I think this band is good for the casual fan base of Apple Watch bands, with the clear and distinctive white playing off quite well with many outfit choices. I tend to think black bands match up well, a lot more so, with whatever outfit you may have, but the predominant Summit White color gives you that extra boost to your outfit that you thought you never needed. Apple and Nike have played on the whole white and black theme on other iterations from prior releases, such as Light Bone and Black, which is a pretty rare band by the way, as well as Pure Platinum and Black. But I do gotta say, the Summit White is a purer white and allows the black underside to really shine and heavily contrast versus the bright white predominant color. Some people may call this band bland, but I quite enjoy it, giving it a solid 8.2 out of 10. And just like that, ladies and gents, we finished yet another batch of bands. Let me know what you guys think. I did want to mention that on this year's iteration of Nike Sport Bands and the regular Sport Band, Apple now has you choose between the small and medium or the medium and large variant. You no longer get both options in the box. So of course, this is just another way of Apple cutting corners and saving on production costs. I mean, whatever. I guess they're a business after all, right? Lots of you guys were already commenting on the Nike Sport Loop review from the other day that you were excited about the bright crimson and gym red, and now it's clear to see why. It's a banger of a band. Rest assured guys, there's still a ton of band reviews coming up, including the Sport Band line, the Sport Loops, the leather bands, and of course the all new style of bands, which include the Alpine Loop, the Trail Loop, and the Ocean bands. All of those videos will be up as soon as possible and as soon as they arrive in the studio. Guys, once again, I hate sounding like a broken record, but I highly advise you guys turn on bell notifications so that you can quickly get on the giveaway for the hidden band. It was sprinkled somewhere. It will always be sprinkled somewhere in the background of every one of my band reviews, so keep your eyes peeled. And I repeat, this is a bonus on top of the regular giveaway. So speaking of, here are the rules for the standard giveaway. If you want to be entered to win any of the bands featured in this video, you simply have to follow these 3 easy rules. Number 1, you must be subscribed to the hottest tech channel on the entire internet. You already know TheJuan&Only brings you honest and reliable information on all of your favorite tech gadgets. Number 2, make sure to follow me over on my socials, as that's where I'll announce the time and date for the live stream where I will draw a person's name for the hidden band giveaway, as well as announce other stuff like regular polls, channel updates, and other stuff of the like. Remember, in every video, one person will win an entirely free band. I'm also starting to post a lot of tips and tricks videos and quick unboxings over on my Instagram and TikTok, so definitely check those out. And finally, for the comment question of the day, the final rule for entry is to drop a comment letting me know what your favorite non-alcoholic drink is at the moment. You know, for me, as of lately, and before I say anything, I understand I'm gonna get roasted and get a ton of hate for this, but is anyone else a fan of the cucumber lime Gatorade? Because I love that flavor. I've really been vibing with it lately. But guys, good luck to all who enter. Please have mercy on me in the comment section for having my favorite drink, and definitely look out for a lot more of me in your subscription feed. And with that being said, I'm clocking out for now, but I cannot wait to catch you all in my next video.